Quiet on set.
Roll camera.
Sound speed.
Mark, please. And action.
Welcome back to Students in Focus. I'm Katie, a student producer at UEN-TV. In this show, we focus on student work from all over the state of Utah. This week, we shine the spotlight on a talented student filmmaker, CJ Stokes. I got to hang out with CJ at his school and learn all about his work as a student filmmaker and what he's learned in his new media class.
Hello, my name is CJ Stokes, and right now I'm a senior in high school, and I've been doing film and video since I was in 7th grade, so for about 5 years, and I just really enjoy it, and just starting off with making videos in 7th grade, and really started increasing the scope and the scale since then. Film has just always been one of the interests in my life, like ever since I was little. One memory sticks out in general. In middle school, we had to dress up as a famous person and just give a presentation on them. I chose Steven Spielberg, and that's a memory that I just treasure. And so I always enjoyed films, and it wasn't like really until I guess I came of age, but I guess I'm still coming of age, when I realized like it's something possible, like something I could do. I'm involved in our school's new media program, so we also have a bi-weekly program called TV Judge, which I help a lot. I edit.
Working on right now is just like a quick, brief personal reel.
I've done a lot of work there. I've been there, been a part of it for 3 years. I've been working with just in the new media class, and I've learned a lot. For the All-State or All-Star piece, my teacher, Dr. Sloan, had heard about one of our seniors, Danny Spohr, and so he actually
for 14 years, since I was 4.
Invited to play for the Utah Youth All-State Orchestra. He had to turn that down because of a hockey game that he had in, I believe it was Chicago. And it was just a wonderful story because you normally don't see hockey and violin paired together. And so that's the story of this piece.
I'm Danny Spohr, and I'm in 12th grade. I've been playing the violin since for 14 years, since I was 4. Well, it all started because my grandma kind of told my mom that I was going to play violin, and the middle school that I got sent to, we all started playing violin in 2nd grade, so my grandma wanted me to have a head start, so I started playing when I was 4, so I would be prepared. It was just a part of me after playing for so long. By the time it was 2nd grade, I'd been playing for so long, there was no point in just playing for the next 2 years and then quitting. So I just kept playing, and now we are where we are. One of the most challenging pieces is the one that I'm working on right now. It's taken forever, and it's just every little detail is just, it's insane. And syncing everything together, every detail, every bow stroke, I have to pay attention to everything. So it can get a little taxing, but it's gonna be really nice when I get it fully done.
Like that. This one, the reason for that is that the phrases that we're going to play are about 8 bars. Does that make sense? Ready? 1 and 2 and play
I started playing hockey when I was 8, so I've been playing for 10 years. Well, I went to a birthday party, and it was an ice skating birthday party, and I loved being on the ice. So after that, I went to a learn to skate. I just fell in love with being on the ice, so I started playing hockey, and I found that was my sport. I've been doing hockey and violin together for so long, I've kind of learned how to manage my time and learn how to balance it out, so it all has worked pretty well. Well, you know, like hockey 4 times a week, violin every night. Sometimes I have to push violin until midnight, or sometimes I'm not getting off the ice until 10 at night. There's always time in the day to find time to practice both and figure out what personal time I got left, and what I can do at that time. So it's all state, and so I worked on the pieces. They gave us a couple pieces of Mahler Concerto and a Bach Symphony, and we just had to learn them in a couple weeks. And then we had to play, and we had to send our recordings in and do our whole audition with scales and all that. And so I sent mine in, and I got selected to be in the All-State Symphony. But sadly, I couldn't do it because it interfered with the hockey tournament, a pretty high-level one. So I had to pick which one I could do, and I couldn't let my team down. So I had to pick the tournament over the All-State. Well, one of my options I'm looking at is going to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, and for hockey there, I went and I skated with their team, and the coach told me that I would be starting center freshman year, so that's pretty cool. And they also have an orchestra that I'm pretty sure they split with Connecticut College, so it's a pretty good string orchestra, so I think that would be a really good opportunity to still get to play music throughout college and play hockey. I plan on continuing to play both.
So first, when I heard Dr. Sloan mention it to me, I thought about it for a bit, and I figured that a way I would want to open it is just from a distance and just start with a solo of Danny playing on our school stage. And so I kind of pictured that, and then that was one of the first things we recorded, and then we did the interviews, and then Danny had a lot of photos
End of an era.
Kind of videos of him playing hockey, and so we incorporated that into it, and yeah, it just all kind of flowed together.
Cool.
There were a couple challenges while making this film. It was a little difficult, like trying to tell what to keep or what to take out, what to put in, and then the color as well. There was a little bit of trouble just trying to get the color right, and then audio as well. And then the editing process did take a little longer than I'd like. I'm not too entirely sure how long, but longer than I'd like. But I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Calling all student filmmakers. The Utah Film Center and the Utah Education Network have teamed up to bring you the second annual Tumbleweeds Kids Film Competition. Join us for a week full of student film screenings, panel discussions, workshops, speakers, and more. If you would like a chance for your film to be featured at the festival, and you're a Utah student in kindergarten through 8th grade, create a short film, 5 minutes or less, about any topic that interests you. Submissions must be received by March 1st, 2024. Prizes and awards will be announced at the Tumbleweeds Film Festival on April 19th at the Viridian Event Center in West Jordan. For more information, a full list of contest rules, and a schedule of festival events, visit tumbleweedskids.org/film-competition. We can't wait to see you on the red carpet.
Do you have a film or media event coming up? We'd love to hear from you. Visit our website at uen.org/studentsinfocus to share with us.
What I enjoy about filmmaking, I love the entire process, like from just pre-production to post-production and just in the editing room. My favorite part is the editing room because that's like where you kind of get to see all of it just come together and into one final piece, and it's just really cool to see all the decisions and just the long road that you took to get there. The background for the Voices for Ukraine concert is that I did
find out what kind of needs they have,
when the Ukraine
and we're
war
trying to
broke
send
out,
it to
my
them,
family
as soon
really
as
wanted
possible.
to do something and help get involved with it, and so I went to the Madeline Choir School for grade school, and my parents they were heavily involved in there, and so the choristers at the Madeline Choir School sing at the cathedral, and so through our connections there, we reached out to the Utah Ukrainian Association and then kind of just met with the cathedral. And then so since I was, I guess, kind of involved in that process, I was able to come to the actual concert, and me and 3 other students, we were there to film and do a couple interviews after that. And yeah, that's essentially how it happened. On March 21st, the Utah Ukrainian Association and the Madeleine Choir School held a concert at the Cathedral of the Madeleine titled Voices for Ukraine. Musicians from the Madeleine Choir School, Utah Opera, the University of Utah, and Utah Symphony performed. In the program, singers Alex Boyer, Vova Yurchenko, and Denis Feretov performed. Yvonne Bagnet was among that audience tonight and is a part of the Utah Ukrainian Association, helping Ukrainians from Utah, and helped bring this concert together.
Some people, they don't have like basic needs, like they basically spending most of their daytime like in bomb shelter. And we as an organization, we're trying to be like, find out what kind of needs they have, and we're trying to send it to them, as soon as possible. So basically, as Utahns who would like to help, just go on our website, and you can find all information, the stuff that Ukraine needs right now, and basically, if you would like to donate some money, you can find the account, how you can donate, and all the kind of details are gonna be there.
Alex Boyer was in attendance and proud to support Ukraine.
Everybody is suffering. Everybody's going through something. And I've found the happiness for me is always trying to find a way to support. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes it's just your presence, to be in there for other people. I think it's just a powerful thing, just building community in any way, shape, or form.
In the back of the church, artists and coordinators Alina Torkova and Elena Barlow organized an art sale, Art for Peace.
So today we hosted Art for Peace, a fundraiser for Yelena's charity that she founded 15 years ago. The charity's name is Stella's House, and it's currently working with the Ukrainian refugees who are coming into Moldova, which is the poorest country in Europe. And as of latest statistics, I believe there are over 2.5 million refugees from Ukraine already, and that number is expected to go up to 10 million. There's a lot in the news right now about Ukraine, and we all know how news cycles happen, and we anticipate that in a week's or in a few weeks' time, this will not be the new hype of the day. So we encourage you to continue keeping Ukraine in your thoughts, because the refugees crisis that's going on today will be there unfortunately for months, if not years.
Be aware of what's going on, because the enemy is there, and we believe the enemy won't stop with just Ukraine. It's not just a problem of Ukraine right now, but with the whole support that we're having right now, I think it's going to be easy to overcome.
We are all united. We are all in this together. We all want to support the cause. It doesn't matter what country you're from or what language you speak.
So I would like to appreciate all your guys' efforts, and really appreciate especially people in Utah. So thank you.
The Voices for Ukraine concert and Art for Peace fundraised over $25,000, with all proceeds going to sending supplies to Ukrainians in need. The biggest challenge that we faced while making this was just, it was just a small mishap, like near the end. I just deleted the core file, but there was a backup. And this kind of is just something that just bugs me whenever I look back at it. Just the color is slightly off, but that was the biggest problem. But it all just settled into place pretty well. The new media students who were there with me helped out a lot with it, and yeah, it was just flowed well.
Share your unique perspective with the world through digital storytelling. Learn more at uen.org/Students in Focus to have your media considered for an upcoming episode of Students in Focus.
I signed up for audio apprenticeship as I wanted to expand what I could do with music and also just get to know more about how I could make it.
I signed up because I really want to do audio as a career, and this is just kind of helping further my knowledge.
I heard animation and free class. There's this really cool place called Spy Hop, and I kind of fell in love with it. Some of the first skills I learned was how to use your voice.
As well as like how lighting works, how to build a camera and stuff like that.
I've learned to empathize with the audience more, which has helped me to draw more people in so they'd be more willing to see what something's about. I feel like you learn a lot more than you do in like you would in a college class because you get hands-on experience in everything that you're doing.
It's a really good environment, it's a very good community. I feel like self-expression is like really empowered here. You're not scared to be who you are around people.
The environment is so great. Everyone here is so nice and accepting, and like we're all just like trying to follow our passions and learning and growing from each other. Everyone's great. Super happy, chaotic, fun times.
So, did you do the homework?
Crap. I forgot
Knew
to.
you'd forget.
Can I just see your notes and I'll quickly do it?
Yeah.
It's been signing so much homework. I had this cute little video of the squirrel moving in with this rat family. And it was like one of them.
Girl.
Okay. No need to be defensive. Also a bit of mysticism to the point where he felt a bit elevated. It was so good. Like the director added like a little bit of like that and oh my god, stop!
I would love to be a director, just like working on just expansive projects like phones.
It's over. It's over.
And
if other serious states in the area.
Me just along my journey.
And it wasn't.
I look up to them and I love to do what they do. And so it's just right now I'm just taking each step to make that a reality.
Let me know.
Starting with college applications is I guess the next big step in kind of really reaching it, because there's my dreams and then there's reality, and it's just balancing those two. Yeah. Some of my favorite just inspirations off the top of my head, Damien Chazelle's films. I really love all of them pretty much, and I really like what he does. And then Stanley Kubrick and Frank Capra as well. I haven't seen a lot of Frank Capra, but the few that I have, I really love them. I just Kubrick's perfectionism with Capra's messaging is just, I find if those two could get paired together, that would just change the world. So if you're a student that's interested in getting involved with film or media, my advice would just go for it. Just put your best step forward and just go for it. Your first work will never be your best, and you'll always just look back at the pieces that you've made and just be happy with the process and just how they brought you, years down the line, how they brought you and made you who you are now.
I'm interested in a career path that makes a lot of money.
I
I thought I wanted to do like strictly documentary journalism type stuff.
In the film world, I'd like to be either an editor or a DP.
Two will have to be closer. Okay. A little closer.
I'm thinking about going into like production.
I think I want to do cinematography now.
Right now I'm really looking to go into post-production because it's something I enjoy a lot more than being on set.
Maybe working more with sound, assistant directing, script supervising.
Action!
I chose Salt Lake Community College because I heard that their program was more advanced and more hands-on than any of the other schools around.
We're teaching people how to grab C-stands and set them up and put flags on them, use cameras. From day one, they're using post-production equipment and cameras and a lot of hands-on. So we got a Blackmagic cinema camera, we got a Red Epic and a Red Scarlet camera with complete lens packages, matte boxes and the whole filters and everything. So that students learn how to build cameras and learn how to do it properly, and they're able to go do that on an actual film set.
I've had a great experience so far. I've had enough support from all of my fellow students in groups making projects. I feel like I learned a lot from the teachers. I feel like I could probably leave with the associates and go on a movie set and be prepared.
I think we can do it again. No, we can totally do it again. I think that we can run this again. Okay, one more time.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Students in Focus. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes. And you can check out past episodes on our channel at UEN Video. Hey, did I mention you can submit your project to be featured here on Students in Focus? See you later. Take two. Yeah, take two.